God will always be there for those who seek Him. Faith after basic belief grows after we try it for a while. What could it hurt to try? We will happily refund your misery if you aren't happy with the results. We joke and welcome all to try what we have done, to get out of our own way, to surrender to our own conception of a higher power, and begin to see the miracles happen. Our thinking changes for the better. Our lives improve in unimaginable ways. All it takes is a beginning. We're going to start with the Serenity Prayer, and then we'll go into the daily reflections. If you or someone you know are questioning yourselves about whether or not you're an alcoholic or whether they are an alcoholic or drug addict, reach out. We can help you. You don't have to do it alone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, and appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. November 17th, Overcoming Loneliness. Almost without exception, alcoholics are tortured by loneliness. Even before our drinking got bad and people began to cut us off, nearly all of us suffered from the feeling that we didn't quite belong. As Bill sees it, page 90, the agonies and the void that I often felt inside occur less and less frequently in my life today. I have learned to cope with solitude. It is only when I am alone and calm that I am able to communicate with God, for He cannot reach me when I am in turmoil. It is good to maintain contact with God at all times, but it is absolutely essential that when everything seems to go wrong, I maintain that contact through prayer and meditation. For many of us, we drank because we felt alone and misunderstood. We were self-conscious of our perceived faults. We were insecure in our own skins. We don't know why, but we did. We just felt that way. Just like we don't know why we are alcoholics. We must accept that we are in order to dig out of the hole of despair and execute on the solution of AA. We would feel alone in a crowded room of friends, all the while putting on the appearance of confidence and joviality. Inside, we were ruminating and we felt like frauds and liars. When we took the drink, we squelched the discomfort and we loosened up a bit, but it was temporary, transitory. Either we were shy and dared not draw near others, or we were apt to be noisy, good fellows craving attention and companionship, but never getting it, at least to our way of thinking. There was always that mysterious barrier we could neither surmount nor understand. It was as if we were actors on a stage, suddenly realizing that we did not know a single line of our parts. That's one reason we loved alcohol too well. It did let us act extemporaneously. But even Bacchus boomeranged on us. We were finally struck down and left in terrified loneliness. By working the steps honestly and thoroughly, we find out and admit who we are, holding nothing back. And we offer it all to our higher power who, over time, removes all our defects and leaves a more wholesome, sober member of AA and of society. We are meeting our true selves and liking what we see. Our fears dissipate and life takes on new meaning. Our sponsor or trusted friend hears who we are and does not judge what we did. They accept us for who we are, and we accept ourselves with a new faith that all is right when God is in our lives. Our inventory of our fears, resentments, and sex conduct provide the necessary list of defects to be removed. We put them on paper and we tell them to another human being in order to testify out loud to ourselves, another, and our higher power. It reduces the negative power it had over us. We are never alone, even when we are by ourselves. This feeling of being at one with God and man, this emerging from isolation through the open and honest sharing of our terrible burden of guilt, brings us to a resting place where we may prepare ourselves for the following steps toward a full and meaningful sobriety. November 17th, Overcoming Loneliness. Almost without exception, alcoholics are tortured by loneliness. Even before our drinking got bad and people began to cut us off, nearly all of us suffered from the feeling that we didn't quite belong. As Bill sees it, page 90, the agonies and the void that I often felt inside occur less and less frequently in my life today. I have learned to cope with solitude. It is only when I am alone and calm that I am able to communicate with God, for He cannot reach me when I am in turmoil. It is good to maintain contact with God at all times, but it is absolutely essential that when everything seems to go wrong, I maintain that contact through prayer and meditation. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.